All right, I'm back. Hello, everybody. Forward Thinking Chiropractic Alliance. This is Dr. Bobby Maybe, and you can check us out at forwardthinkingchiro.com. And our Facebook group is Forward Thinking Chiropractic Alliance. And we have over 8,000 members in that Facebook group. Great conversations for chiropractors and students alike. I'm going dark here. I told you on the first video, it was our first ever YouTube video, that I was going to mess it up, that something was going to go wrong. And what messed up was this slide that I was talking about. This graphic was not there on the first video, and it was kind of detrimental to the video itself, because this slide was the whole purpose of talking about the video in the first place. So let's get into it. So this video is about the slide here, which is apparently a LinkedIn social media post from the National University of Health Sciences. It says, considering a career in chiropractic medicine, good news, there has never been a better time to get started. And we do have somewhat of a problem in this profession with social media. So as far as practitioners go, as the people who see patients for a living, which I'm one of them, we have marketing and advertising rules and requirements. Not that they're entirely stringent, but there are rules that you have to follow. But those rules, a lot of them were written well before social media even existed. So for some reason in this profession, the practitioners don't seem to think that the rules apply to social media posts. Um, and apparently that bleeds over to the schools as well, which is, I feel like that's sad, because the schools are supposed to teach these practitioners how to be good doctors and good community servants. And yet on their own social media, they're putting out straight up nonsense. Way to set an example, allegedly, National University of Health Sciences. So what does this career outlook for chiropractic jobs uh, graphic say? 12% growth rate through 2026. Once again, from the first video, I don't see a source. I don't know where they get 12% growth through 2026, and I am trained to be skeptical enough to say I don't know if I believe that or not. Where'd you get it from? Now, here's one thing I do know. If we go over to the next part of the graphic where it says average salary for DCs is $182,000 a year, that is straight crap. That is not true, and it is not true at all. I would still love to see a source, but there are multiple sources that would discount that claim whatsoever. It's a lie. It's just a straight up lie. And I don't know if it's an intentional lie, or somebody got a big stack of all the numbers available and just picked the biggest number and said, use that one because it'll look the best, but it's crap. Now, that doesn't mean that some people don't make $182,000 a year, because there are plenty that do, and there are plenty that make way more than that. And that might even be 80. That's his average salary. If you said that that was the average gross income for a chiropractic business, I might even agree with that a little bit more, but not a salary. And what this does is this appeal. So you put this thing out on social media, and it appeals to people who say, I want to make $182,000. And then they come into your program, and they've got to pay all that student loan money. And then when they get out, because you told them that that is what they will expect in the profession as one of these professionals, they get out of school, they're a young chiropractor, they go looking for their first job, they get into the interview, the doctor who might hire them says, what are your salary requirements? They say $182,000 because that's average, and they feel like they should at least get paid the average. They might even ask for more, and they get laughed right out of the room, because nobody gets paid that when they come out of school. Nobody gets paid that, but that's what they will expect. So allegedly, National University of Health Sciences, you are creating a lot of problems for the doctors in the field, and they're never problems you have to answer for. They're always problems that get passed right through you. Your goal is just to get people the butts in the seats at school, and then to process them through, and you never have to deal with this problem later on, and then you never have to pay any repercussions. And that's a big, big problem. And it's a big, big problem because these kids have student loans to pay too, to go to your program. 6 months out from school, they need to start paying on the 200, 250, 300,000, whatever it is they borrowed to go to your school. And they're never going to make enough money to pay it, because they're not, the math doesn't add up. So that leaves a couple other options. They can become unethical practitioners. They can throw away the idea of evidence informed or evidence based practice, because now it doesn't matter. Now they need to make the money. So you're creating some problems. And I hope you guys realize it. There's nothing we can do for the schools to get them to change they live and operate by their own rules. But at least I'm here on YouTube saying something's got to change. Please, dear Lord, somebody help somebody change something in this situation. Now, the next graphic down, appealing to patients. Yes, chiropractic is appealing to patients. I don't even think you need a source, but you can provide a source. That chiropractic's appealing to patients. Patients are very satisfied with their chiropractors. They love chiropractic and chiropractic care. The ones that go to see a chiropractor. So we don't need to debate that. The regional compensation thing is silly. Um, it looks like there's not much difference between the West and the South and the East. But you know what? If you live in the West, and you make about as much as someone in the South, that means you don't make much at all because it's very expensive to live in the West. And even after that, if you look at those numbers in that little regional compensation graphic, they aren't even close. They aren't even the average salary that you claim the average salary for DCs is. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's all just big nonsense lies. And then we addressed in the first video hospital job demand. There is no hospital job demand. Demand being the key word there. There are some hospital jobs available. There are jobs in professional sports for chiropractors. There have been chiropractors to congressmen, and I can either confirm or deny chiropractors to the president of the United States. There are special jobs out there for chiropractors to have, but there isn't a demand for hospital jobs. Here's what happens. There are some available, and to get one of those jobs, you would be like a unicorn holding 4-leaf clovers on a rainbow descending into a pot of gold. They just don't exist that much, and they're not the norm. Can that change over time? It might, but we're looking at like VA positions where there might be 2 regional VA positions that expand to 4. And if there are 100,000 people in this profession or 70,000 people in this profession, up to 50 jobs is not the norm. This is like going to a middle school basketball team and saying you can all be in the NBA someday. Yes, all you middle school basketball players could be in the NBA or the WNBA someday, but almost none of you will. And that's the truth. So I get it. It's like selling the dream, and there's no rules against selling the dream, but I am all about the reality and the real talk, and these graphics just drive me up the wall. And expanding career options, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what expanding career options mean. There is no laterality to the chiropractic profession. If you go to chiropractic school, you're probably going to practice chiropractic. There are also some unicorn jobs where you might participate in research or education as well. But for the most part, the lion's share of chiropractors who go to chiropractic school become chiropractors that practice. Now, within that, yes, to its benefit and its detriment, the chiropractic profession seems to have a choose your own adventure approach to the profession. You can do whatever you want, more or less, when you become a chiropractor. Nutrition, functional medicine, rehab, acupuncture, dry needling for some of you, um, waving crystals over people, becoming a guru, hitting people with a chisel on YouTube. There are so many different things you can do as a chiropractor. And if you want to call that expanding career options, yes, that's that you're right. But the question mark is appropriate because no one even knows what the heck that means. That should encapsulate video 1, a little bit more detail on video 2. And I'm here to be an advocate for a little bit more transparency in the processes. This hurts us in the long run, as I hopefully outlined in this video, that we are not transparent. I think the best thing for this profession is that we have people who want to be here, and they want to be here for the right reasons, and we don't have to sell them, and that we would have some sort of protocol, a discriminating protocol, an entrance examination, insight into critical thinking skills. Those things are the things that will make this profession powerful. And then maybe someday we will have an average salary of $182,000 for DCs. That would be amazing. This is the Forward Thinking Chiropractic Alliance. I am Bobby Mabey, chiropractor, Portland, Oregon. West Coast all day, all night. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to making more in the future.